My name is Claire. I'm 36 years old, and I work at a busy hospital in Manchester, England. I'm a registered nurse, and every day I dedicate myself to caring for others, patients who are afraid, in pain, or just in need of comfort. Nursing isn't just my profession, it's my passion. But it's also demanding. I work long shifts some days, some nights. I'm always on my feet, always thinking of others, but I rarely have time to think about myself. A year ago, my life was very different. I lived alone in a small flat near the hospital. I didn't have a boyfriend, and most of my friends had moved away or started families. My free time was limited, but whenever I could, I visited my father, who lives in a quiet village called Haworth. He's elderly now and needs some help around the house, which I'm always happy to give. My life was simple, calm, but honestly it was also lonely. I would often come home after a 12-hour shift, eat dinner alone, and go to bed early. Deep inside, I longed for something more. For love. For connection. Then everything changed one morning in June. We got a new doctor at the hospital. His name was Daniel. He was 34, 2 years younger than me. From the start, everyone noticed him. Tall with dark blonde hair, deep green eyes, and a gentle, sincere smile. He had a way of putting patients and staff at ease. He wasn't arrogant like some doctors. He was kind, soft-spoken, always respectful. I didn't think someone like Daniel would notice someone like me. I've never been the glamorous type. I wear simple clothes, no makeup on workdays, and my brown hair is always tied back in a bun. I'm just me. But somehow Daniel saw me. He began greeting me every morning with a smile. He remembered my name quickly, asked how I was, and sometimes even helped me carry supplies. We started having lunch together in the hospital canteen. His kindness made me feel seen, something I hadn't felt in a long time. Then one evening after a long shift, Daniel offered to drive me home. It was raining heavily, and my umbrella had broken. That car ride changed everything. We talked the whole way, about our jobs, our childhoods, and how exhausting hospital life could be. After that night, Daniel started driving me home often. He brought me coffee in the mornings, left little notes on my locker to cheer me up, and once on a Friday, he brought me my favorite pastry from a little cafe near the train station. Little by little, I began to fall for him. And then he asked me out to the cinema. We went on a Saturday, and afterward we walked through the quiet streets of Manchester, laughing and talking. For the first time in years I felt truly happy. Thought maybe this is it. Maybe love finally found me. But a few days later, Daniel broke my heart. He looked serious and said, "Claire, I need to be honest with you. I'm married." I stood still, my heart sinking. "Married?" I asked, barely able to speak. He nodded. "Her name is Emily. We've been married for 6 years." I was shocked. He never wore a ring. He never mentioned her. He went on, saying they had grown apart, that they barely spoke at home anymore, that they lived more like roommates than partners. "You make me feel alive again," he said. "When I'm with you, I feel like myself." I didn't know what to say. I liked him a lot. But I didn't want to be the reason someone's marriage fell apart. I told him I needed time to think. Few days later, everything changed again. I went to a large supermarket in Leeds. I was picking up groceries when I heard a voice that made my heart stop. It was Daniel. I looked around the corner and saw him, with a woman. She was beautiful. She looked elegant, stylish. Everything I never felt I was. They were laughing, smiling, holding hands. I didn't wait for him to see me. I left my shopping cart and walked out of the store with tears in my eyes. That night I didn't sleep. I kept asking myself, why did he spend time with me if he had a wife like that? Was I just a distraction? Something exciting for him while he lived his double life. The next day at work I couldn't smile. I avoided Daniel, but he noticed. He approached me and asked, "Claire, what's wrong?" I looked him in the eye and said, "I saw you in Leeds. With your wife. You looked happy. Why are you doing this to me?" He looked hurt and said, "That was just for show. We were visiting her parents. It's complicated, Claire. I'm not happy with her. I haven't been for years. You're different. You matter to me." But I was tired of the confusion. I needed answers, real ones. So I talked to my best friend Jade, a midwife I've known since nursing school. I told her everything. She listened carefully and then said, "Claire, you deserve to be someone's first choice. Not a secret. Not a maybe. Don't let loneliness make you accept less than you deserve." Her words stayed with me. A week later, Daniel asked to meet again. We sat at a quiet cafe near the canal. I took a deep breath and said, "Daniel, I care about you. But I can't be part of this. If your marriage is over, then you need to end it. But I won't be your secret. I won't be the woman in the shadows." His eyes filled with tears. "I understand," he said softly. "I just didn't expect to feel this way again. But you're right. You deserve more." We said goodbye. And I walked away with a broken heart, but also with strength. I chose to love myself more than I loved someone who wasn't fully mine. Life is full of hard choices. But sometimes the bravest thing we can do is walk away from what feels good and wait for what's right. I don't know what the future holds, but I know this. I'm not settling. Not anymore. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more emotional life stories.